All right. Down.
Here we go, semifinal game. It's time to meet the teams. First up, we have team with a strong history, although they're kind of the ship of Theseus, as Spencer would call them. They've turned over their entire roster. 7-7 this season, but they've made the playoffs in like I think 5 straight seasons. Uh,
Out.
season 5 champions. It is the Hypnotoads, and it's time to meet the squad. Um, this is the most well balanced team in the league amongst its individual players. So I've equated them to the 2015-2016 Hawks, where the starting lineup of the All Star game was just their whole lineup. So first up, we have the newcomer to the team. He's a specialist. He's a sports guy. He does a couple things, but he does them very well. And of course, he's the token white guy. So that makes Ryan Kyle Korver. Next up,
Photo.
The fire.
Next up, we got leader of the team, longest tenured member, well-rounded and probably a little underrated. That would be Fa, aka Al Horford.
Let's go.
And last up, we got the most dynamic guy on the team, one of the higher draft picks. You know, a lot of pedigree coming into the league.
Go
Been in
Johnson.
for a couple seasons, had a lot of success. That would be Towns, aka Jeff Teague.
Oh,
So that is the Hypnotoad.
oh man, Jeff Teague is awesome, bro.
Their opponents, Hive Mind, coming off their best season ever, 9-5, and then they went and won again in the playoff game to maybe dispel the myth that they can only win one, lose one in succession. And they are your season 4 champions. So both these teams, former champions. Hive Mind Trivia Club. Let's meet their players. Luckily for me, I was able to find one picture that worked for everyone.
Oh word.
Oh,
Yo.
Where the hell is that?
What the fuck?
so here we go. First
Oh
up,
my
we got a
god,
guy
I'm gonna throw up.
coming off his best season in history, got recognition, got awards, just like this guy was named to Team Canada. Bit of a trash talker, a little bit chippy. That would be. Oh wait, I forgot. Eli's first, not Austin. Eli, nothing here. I just went and saw who scored the least goals for the Bruins this season. It was Brandon Carlo. Eli's Carlo. Austin would be connect me because I wouldn't call him a fraud like Matt Mishkov, so I gave him a good player.
Oh my god, these are fighting words.
And then last up, you have a legend of the game, MVP, champion, all those things. That would be Spencer, aka Sidney Crosby. So there are your players for Hive Mind, also featuring Cam in the picture.
That's a
Okay,
wild picture.
I texted Cam before the game. I said, Cam, can you please confirm that's Austin on the left? Because I'm pretty sure, but not positive. Here we go. Tail of the tape. Hypnotoads went 7-7. Hive Mind went 9-5, as I mentioned. But the Hypnotoads had slightly higher points per game at 10.1 to 9.8. Statistics to watch: Hypnotoads were fourth in non-niche percentage. That's pretty good. Hive Mind were 83% on movies, which is strong. And obviously, both teams won last week. The Hypnotoads defeated the Charlotte Knights after challenging them, and Hive Mind beat Franchise United in a really close game. This game will be 15 rounds, as you know. First category is unoriginal 26, which is an NHL category.
Oh,
Is there much double this?
you don't.
No.
Absolutely not. So this is any of the other teams out of the originals.
What do you want to do, Austin?
I don't. If it's gonna be like team statistics, I'm not too strong
Yeah, I
on
think
that.
we should hold it. 15 rounds.
Yeah,
Gonna give us something to work with. I think we want to hold this.
I think we'll get it, but
Yeah, we're gonna not double.
All right, you're not doubling. Here's the question for the Hypnotoads first for 1 point. Two teams are tied for the most Stanley Cup championships among non-original 6 teams with 5. Of the two, which one has not won a Stanley Cup this century?
So it's got to be the Penguins and some other team, right?
The
And
Pen-
and the answer is, what is the other team? Because the Penguins have like 3 or 4 titles this century, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Were the Penguins an original six? I guess not.
Penguins
No.
are not original six. No.
Um,
I
oh,
have
you
the Flyers won anything historically?
I think so. The Canadians were original six, right?
I
Yeah.
believe, yeah, yeah, the Canadians and the
Bruins,
Leafs
Canadians,
both
Oilers, Maple
original six.
Leafs,
Yeah.
Rangers.
Just think, I guess who hasn't won one this century?
How about I like the Flyers.
How about the Blackhawks? You
Have
like
no, they're original six.
Oh.
Have the Blues won anything this year?
Yes, they won. They won it in like 2019 or whatever.
Okay, well, let's just go with the Flyers.
All right.
What about the Islanders?
Okay.
The Oilers, Spence, right?
It's Oilers or Islanders.
I think it's the Oilers. I don't think the Islanders have won 5. I think they've only won like 3
They
or 4.
won 4 in a row.
Yeah, but I think that's all they've won.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the Oilers.
All right. I'm good with that.
Oilers final.
That is correct.
I thought Oilers were original six in my head.
Nah,
No,
I don't know ball. Yeah,
All right.
nothing in the West.
there's Bruins.
Which
one
means
for
it's
Hive
kind of a okay. I like that. Look at that scoreboard.
Yeah, mix it up. Hive mind. The Oilers are tied for the most Stanley Cup Finals appearances outside the original six, with what team with 2 Stanley Cups that has made 1 Finals appearance this century, which they lost?
Gravel, is it the team that lost to the Kings in 2012?
Shesterkin's team?
No. That was 2014. Let me give you a random player. Devontae Smith-Pelly.
Well, he was on the 2018 Stanley Cup team. So
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though. Scott Gomez.
you're.
They had Corey Schneider for a while. I'm trying not to give it away.
I thought they made it in the early 2000s too.
2.
Oh,
I
fuck.
don't-
Devils, final answer.
You know, I really thought it was the Devils because I think the Devils have 2 cup wins.
So this team two cups.
He was gonna say Blackhawks. That's all I know.
Well, they're original six.
Blackhawks are original six.
Okay, again.
I mean, I kind of want to send the Flyers again, just because
Flyers.
they're one of the early expansion teams I can think of that won that have won a non-zero number of cups and have been to like 5 or
Yeah,
6.
I think they may have made. Yeah, just send Flyers.
Yeah, we'll send the Flyers again. I don't know.
That is correct.
Let's go.
I didn't guess them because
Yeah, I didn't know we could get a Flyers question.
Well,
Oh,
Showbiz required it, unfortunately, because there was no way I could ask you the other question because I had to, it was going to be the Oilers, so I couldn't premise it in the first one.
I ruled them out instantly because I'm a Flyers fan.
Well, you shouldn't have done that. So that's
Ricky.
a point for the Hypnotoads. The Devils have won 2 this century. And
2 this century? I thought they only won in the 90s.
no, they won in
No, they won 2003.
2003.
2003.
Yeah. Once Austin said that, I knew we were wrong.
They also won in the 90s.
Okay. I'm a big fan of Martin the Womanizer Brodeur.
Oil
I'll
money.
pick you up.
Oh, I think
soccer.
Okay. I got some minor feedback about this one, but I don't think it's actually going to affect anyone. Yeah, this is about oil companies.
What is that? Oh, that's for the camera. Not about soccer. Damn it.
I don't want to double this, although I would like to say I know a fair amount about oil companies.
We're not going to double oil companies. I think
we really worked our way into Faw's
to
wheelhouse here. All right, no one's doubling. Hypnotoads, here's your question. Petronas is a major energy company that is partially owned by what country?
In Hogwarts.
Exactly what Qual said.
Major energy company.
So Petronas is one of the companies that sponsors Mercedes.
But Germany does not have oil production. Do you think? Oh, what about a lot of oil out of Norway? A lot of oil.
Yeah, but that's such a random call, bro. Why would it fucking be Norway?
I don't think Germany has oil.
Actually, Norway does have that engineer who like revolutionized oil production, right?
Norway is Saudi Arabia with better socialism. But I'm not confident on Norway any more than Germany, other than,
No, no, I mean I don't think it's Germany. I was just thinking about it.
and I don't think it's in Latin
Let's
America.
go with Norway. Fuck it. Let's go with Norway.
Okay, Norway final.
Incorrect.
I'm pretty sure this is Canada.
Okay.
Because
Really?
I feel like I saw this when I was in Toronto last.
Okay. I'm
Better
fine with
than
that.
mine, yeah.
I have no idea. I was going off the etymology of the company name.
Right? I was like Spain or something.
Yeah, not
I could be
Spain.
wrong, but this looks very familiar.
Spain is oil.
I'm okay with that.
I think that's a good guess.
10
All
seconds.
right. Canada final.
Probably South America.
This is Malaysia.
Oh,
Yeah, I never would have got that.
Damn.
The Petronas Towers, they sponsor Mercedes, and also the Petronas Towers are like the ones at Kuala Lumpur that are like the third biggest, tallest building in the world.
Oh, those are the Petronas Towers? Huh.
Yeah. Okay. Hive mind. Gazprom,
Gazprom.
major energy company that is partially owned by what country?
Russia, final answer.
yeah.
Jesus.
I think I know this one.
Shout out soccer.
I knew that would help you. Okay. Um,
Damn.
Island groups is your geography category.
Oh,
Not good.
we want to do that early. I think we hold our double, but I think we should.
I certainly do not want to double this.
Yeah.
Philippines.
No double.
All right. No doubles. Hypnotoads. The Channel Islands are a group of islands between Great Britain and France that consists of Herm, Sark, Alderney, and two larger islands. Name one of the two.
Jersey and Guernsey.
Is it really? But what?
Jersey and Guernsey or Guernsey.
Why do you know that?
Don't don't ask.
So the Isle of Man is not related to this?
The Isle of Man.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't know. Now you've thrown off my whole equilibrium. I'll say this.
No,
Jersey,
I mean, no, I don't think
I don't think
is-
Jersey is the answer. Old Jersey. I think Guernsey is an answer.
Fine, fine. Let's go with Guernsey.
Okay,
Fine.
Guernsey final.
You named, yeah, it's Jersey and Guernsey.
Oh.
I originally, for
This
both
is
of these,
like-
I originally wanted you guys to name both, and everyone said that was impossible, and then Towns just whipped it out immediately.
This is like Gog and Magog in the Old Testament.
Yeah, I thought Isle of Man too, but that's in the British Sea between Great Britain and Ireland, and not between Great Britain and France.
Oh, okay.
Just for the lore, for Trivia Club, we did a British trivia day within the last month.
There you
So
go.
A little British.
All right, Hyman, here's your question. The ABC Islands are comprised of 3 islands in the Leeward Antilles, Bonaire, as well as 2 other islands. Name one.
That is
Where
leeward.
the fuck are the Antilles?
I don't know.
Gotta be near France with the name Bonaire.
The Aleutian Islands. I don't know.
Eli,
Just throwing out islands, I know.
bruh. The supercut is gonna devastate you when it comes out. Oh, Antilles. France. Yeah, do you remember from French
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
islands off of France?
I'm trying to think. Not really.
So it would start with A or C.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Five.
I'm going with C, but it's wrong. Corsica, final answer.
I would have guessed that. My
No,
guess was Aruba.
the Leeward Islands are in the Caribbean. I just don't know what islands comprise the Leeward Islands.
My idea was Aruba.
I
And let's
mean,
think it's Asuncion, but I think that's
Aruba does. I mean, that's definitely an island in the Caribbean.
the only one I have.
I'm sure. I mean, go for it.
All right, Aruba final.
Correct.
I'm in utter disbelief.
Curacao. Yeah, I was in the
Curacao.
wrong part of the
Oh,
world.
it's Curacao? Wow.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, I intentionally didn't give the exact geographic location for these because you got the fact that they start with A, B, and C.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, 3-2 in favor of the Toads. First niche round, NFL player college.
Oh, this is a niche.
Yes. Here's the question for the Hypnotoads. The only quarterback from an ACC school that played in a game for an NFC West team last season attended what school?
Is this Sam Howell of Wake Forest?
Well, Sam Howell went to North Carolina, but that still fits the ACC.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking Hartman went to Wake
And he
Forest.
played in a game for an NFC West team. Which team was that?
Did he not play for the
Was he on the
Seahawks?
field? Yeah,
Sorry?
I think he was on the
He
Seahawks.
plays for the Seahawks? Oh, is he did he have that moment with Gino where he like put on the
No, that was Drew Lock.
Okay, never mind. I'm just stupid. Never mind. Okay, you guys go ahead.
Because I think Kyler played all 16.
Yeah, Purdy.
I think Stafford. I don't know who his backup was. I don't know. I think it's so we just need the school.
The answer is the college. What school did he go to? North Carolina?
Sam Howell.
Yeah, I guess it's North Carolina. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go North Carolina final.
Correct. That's preposterous that you got it so fast. He attempted 14 passes all season.
But I would have said Wake Forest because Howell and Hartman were playing at the exact same time. And I constantly got them confused.
Okay, this one is a show that has a lot of lore that's easy to forget, and it's also Ass, aka Legend of Korra. I redacted who said this, so it can remain anonymous. But they can
brag.
No, they can name themselves if they want to. They're in the game, is all I'll say. Hive Mind, your question. Varric told what character that they couldn't, quote, discover a wolf bat if it was building a nest in their butt?
Oh, Spencer's gonna be so mad at me.
Bro, Eli.
Let me think for a second, because there's a few. I'm not gonna name them.
If you say more than one, I will actually leave the call.
Oh. All right, we're gonna say Unalak, final answer.
So I strongly dislike this show. It was me.
That's crazy.
Yes,
You hate women, that's why.
I think it was fantastic world building. I think it's better world building than the original series. I don't have an answer. I'm just
I mean, the plot of the show just meanders and gets really stupid because
I find it disrespectful.
Extended and shortened, whatever.
Most of the Goosebumps
guys name-
podcast that I listen to is the showrunner for the new Avatar show.
What about Lonnie?
Lonnie?
name.
That does not sound like a character.
Probably
I don't know.
or
Answer?
Bo. I don't know.
Bo, fine, Bo.
This is Batar Jr.
Yeah.
That's tough.
He was right there.
because he kidnaps Varric, I believe.
Fucking A, Eli.
That's a tough question.
But
All
like,
right, Draft Day starring Kevin Costner,
What?
which I must
Hey,
assume
Mac, no matter what.
this is an NFL category.
Wick, Raza.
No double.
How you guys?
Wickle, you want to double this? Wickle, how do you feel?
This could make it really tough. They'd have to start clawing back in, or we could be conservative.
Yeah, I mean, we still got 10 rounds.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
Eli,
this is
we're
the
even
NFL
for
this is
semifinal
the
gaps
NFL
now.
draft.
After
You
I
guys
fucked up
know,
Cool Kids.
you guys know the NFL draft. We are doubling the NFL draft. That's what we're doing. Doubling
All
the
right.
NFL.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
Fa has decreed that they're doubling. That's what they will do. Here's your question for 2 points. The Rams acquired the first overall pick in the 2016 draft from what team who initially held the pick that received the 15th pick and ultimately traded that pick as well?
They acquired the first overall pick
Yeah, they took.
from what team? So this is the Jared Goff draft. Who would?
Hold on. They acquired the first overall pick.
So this is when they
The
took
Tennessee.
No.
Who was the worst record in
2016. They got Jared Goff. They traded with Tennessee to make that pick.
That sounds
And then
right.
the very next pick was the Eagles traded up to get Carson Wentz. I remember this draft very well. My brother watched the whole thing.
I think it is Tennessee. Because this is Who else would it be in 2016?
I don't want to throw out.
I think Tennessee had an abysmal record the year before.
Well, they took Mariota the year. I thought they went to or not.
Yeah, they had Mariota on the roster. They hadn't gone to Tannehill.
Yeah, and then they traded it. The Rams acquired this pick from Tennessee.
All right,
it's Tennessee.
Final Tennessee.
That is correct. It is the Titans.
I didn't want to talk you out of it. I was thinking something else.
I had to think about it, but I was like, Tannehill shows up around 18, 19.
I have mine. The Browns infamously acquired the 3rd overall pick in the 2012 draft to select Trent Richardson from what team who initially held the pick that moved down one spot and selected a Pro Bowl offensive tackle out of USC?
Oh, dude.
Out of my time zone.
I want to say Dallas. I don't know if this is
Who would the offensive tackle be?
Tyron Smith.
Were
I
they
don't know.
Did he go to USC?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Were they dog shit in 2011, 2012?
I don't know.
I can see it. I mean, it's 4 years prior to Dak. Those
I can't
Romo
think of
years
another
were lean.
tackle, but I don't know, dude.
Yeah, send it.
Dallas final.
Wait, who did Ryan Khalil play
We're in
for?
trouble.
Yeah.
Ryan Khalil, wasn't
I
he?
think Packers, Vikings, Colts.
I'm thinking of his brother Ryan Khalil.
Because I think it's Ryan Khalil is the tackle.
I thought Khalil went to Boise, but I could be. I might be thinking of a different guy.
I don't remember this draft at all.
Yeah, I don't.
Vikings, Packers, or Colts. The Packers would have just won the Super Bowl. The Colts would have taken Luck the next year.
The Packers were really good, so go with a different team.
All right, let's go. Indianapolis Colts final.
You were very close. It's the Vikings.
It is the Vikings.
It's Matt Khalil, by the way.
Matt Khalil. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think the Giants played the Packers somewhere in the playoffs in this.
Yeah,
draft.
I knew it wasn't the Packers. I just knew it felt like NFC North, or for whatever reason, the Colts were on my mind.
All right, this is other app states, which is a college football category. It's about FCS teams beating FBS teams. Hive mind, do you want to double?
No.
Okay. Hypnotoads, here's your question. In 2016, North Dakota State beat what Big Ten team that entered the game ranked 16th, 23-21?
I don't know.
I have no clue. I wish we could call Neil, but he reviewed this game. So
Yeah. I mean, who would be ranked 16th in 2016?
I mean, Wisconsin was still good at the time.
State.
Is this Carson Wentz's North Dakota State?
Maybe.
Or
no. Carson, we just talked about it. Carson Wentz was drafted in 20.
Okay.
Oh, actually, he's drafted in 2016, right? Isn't that the draft we were just
I
talking
think
about?
so.
Yeah.
I don't want to use a phone a friend here.
What about Minnesota?
I can live with that. That feels, because I would have remembered Michigan or Ohio State didn't lose to Indy State.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't a big. I don't think Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State.
I like Minnesota more than throwing out anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Minnesota final.
Incorrect.
I have no idea.
Steal here.
I mean, probably not one of the bigger teams. What about
Michigan State, Wisconsin?
What about Iowa? Are they Big Ten?
They are.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be one of the bigger teams. I kind of like their train of thought with Minnesota.
Silverado Trail Boss.
Sorry.
Yeah. Iowa's usually pretty good. Right around 6. We'll go with that. Iowa final answer. The Hawks, baby.
Good steal. All right, so it's a
What tight end did they have go in the first 2 rounds that year?
Well, actually, don't we have 8 points?
I
The V.
I thought we had 6 and we got the double.
Yes, I only gave you one for the double. That's
Is that
two.
Noah Fant? Is that a Noah Fant
Really?
question?
What's it
Nah,
say?
I've been later than that. I was just fucking around. I have no idea.
Okay, fair.
They just always have tight ends in the first two rounds.
Kittle.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like it would probably Kittle was right around then.
Yeah, you do have 8. Okay. Hive mind. In 2010, James Madison beat what ACC team that entered the game ranked 13th, 21-16?
20 fucking 10.
Top category. Thank God we didn't have our double.
What about Pitt?
Yeah, as I say, I think we have to use Pitt. 13 seems a little low for Clemson, although I don't know. Maybe Clemson wasn't very
That's what I was
good. Like
thinking too. That was the first thought that came into my mind, but I don't think it's Clemson. I think we go with
Clemson
Earl.
just seems like a big name compared to Iowa too. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws. We're gonna go with Pitt, final answer.
Okay.
I believe this is Virginia Tech.
I like that. Was Pitt even in the ACC in 2010?
No, I think the Big East was still.
How far away is this win from the shooting, or is this loss from the shooting at Virginia Tech?
You're asking me to remember two distinctly different things.
Sorry.
It
was just a morbid thought.
I think this is Virginia Tech because I remember this is around the time they got those sick black jerseys,
Yeah, I'm fine with those.
and I was really into Tyrod Taylor.
Word.
So
Oh, you were into him, huh?
All right.
I was into it. So I'm gonna my guess is Virginia Tech final.
Yep.
Correct. Yeah, they
I always forget about them.
in-state game, and back then they were like the only ACC team ranked half the time.
They were
Okay.
they were good up until
Boston College was kind of good. Brian.
Yeah.
That was
Portal Profiteers is your college basketball category.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So you knew it was coming. You're getting out of the way earlier.
That's true. I just thought when I saw that I was like, I made a couple of portal questions. Just they were all for college football.
Okay.
So no prior knowledge. We're not going to double, by the way.
Thank you. Your question. Final Four most outstanding player Walker Clayton Jr. formerly played for what MAAC school before transferring to Florida?
I think it's Walter Clayton, but
yeah, it is.
I
I don't know.
That's on
I
me.
wish I could call Maria's dad because
That's
you would nail this.
I don't want to say.
What are the odds?
MAAC.
Is Iona in the MAAC?
It might be.
They really could be. I don't know.
I know someone who went to Iona.
Oh,
Yeah.
didn't Joe DeMeo go to Iona?
Yeah, Joe DeMeo went to Iona.
Well, because Patino left, and I think he left. I kind of like Iona.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I don't have
Dude,
I don't even have a guess for you, man. So
I'm getting a call from the guy who's going to take my wisdom teeth out. Fuck.
All right, Iona final.
One.
oh, there's a
Hole.
dog underneath me.
Those are hot. Hive mind. Your question.
We're fucked here.
Final Four All-Tournament team and All-American guard L.J. Cryer formerly played for what Big 12 school before transferring to Houston?
Spence, do you have any idea?
Oh.
No, not great.
Big 12.
Don't even know who's in the Big 12.
All right, we're going to start throwing up some shots. Colorado, final answer.
Incorrect.
My head was Baylor.
Yeah, Baylor.
Okay.
Correct.
Damn, son.
All right. So it's an 8-point game, but it's a 15
Lots
round.
of points. Long way to go.
Statcast Kings is your baseball category. Hive mind.
No.
Okay. Hypnotoads, your question. What 26-year-old AL West starting pitcher who currently has an ERA of 1.43 is tied with Max Fried for the most valuable fastball in baseball this season?
Is this Luis Castillo?
He's not 26. If anything, I think it might be low.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely not 26. He's got one of the most amazing fastballs I've ever seen, though.
Well, it might be Logan Gilbert, who's on the same team as him.
Oh wait, yeah, Logan Gilbert hits like 99. That's a good fastball.
Well, I'm just trying to think who else would be in the AL West that's 26 that has a fastball. That's Yeah, I like Logan Gilbert. You like that?
He's the only guy he's the only guy I'm thinking of right now who's in that age group.
All right, no, final. Logan Gilbert, final.
Oh.
Damn.
That was my guess.
Oh.
Anybody on the
mean-
Mariners, Gravel?
Brian Wu, I think he's around this age. I think. I think he's having an R8 season.
Oh, I missed
It's not
that.
gonna be anybody on the I don't know anybody on the Angels
Yeah.
Athletics. I really thought it was Gilbert.
AL West is tough for me. I mean, I'm not a baseball guy, but I don't know shit about the AL West.
Yeah. Brian Wu final.
This guy's having a crazy breakout season. This would be Hunter Brown.
Hunter fucking Brown, yeah. Neil's gonna be really mad at me for that one.
Yeah, I thought of Framber Valdez next.
All right. Hive Mind, your question. What 25-year-old AL East starting pitcher who currently has an ERA of 2 is tied with Taijuan Walker for the most valuable cutter in baseball this season? Hilarious that Taijuan Walker has the most valuable anything.
I know.
Relatively young pitcher, Gravel.
Oh, I think I got.
I don't think it's gonna be anyone on the Blue Jays. I'm having trouble coming up with the Red Sox rotation.
Yeah, I wouldn't know their pitchers.
I only know the Rays rotation if I'm being honest, and they have two 25-year-olds.
All right.
And just so skeptical to keep going with.
Who's got the better ERA?
5,
As of late, I'd say probably
3.
Taj Bradley. But
Send him.
I don't. Taj Bradley final. He's-
This has to be Garrett Crochet, right?
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it has to be Crochet. Yeah, Garrett Crochet final.
Yep.
I forgot.
There was a really
Yeah,
funny TikTok I
that's
saw.
all right.
It's brutal.
The season ticket holder, she crochets while he's pitching.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Did you guys see that? That was
Yeah.
magical.
I totally saw that. Yeah.
Her goal is to wear it to a playoff game, but now they're like 5 games under 500. So TBD on that one.
I think they could see a wild card.
Yeah. Okay, niche round, 2010's Best Picture nominees. I think there's a minor
Ross,
thing about this question.
I'm feeling Philomena right now.
Here's the question. It's not Flight. I'll tell you that right now.
Dude,
You
we've
gotta
gone like
read
3 or
Flight
4
question.
times by now, dude.
All right. Of the 8 films nominated for Best Picture in 2011 that did not win the award, 6 were adaptations of novels. The
Oh.
2 that weren't were Tree of Life and what other movie that was also nominated for Best Original Screenplay?
Is it Argo?
I believe it's Hugo.
Hugo.
Was
Not Argo.
Hugo based off a novel?
You know,
I'm going to redefine its literary adaptations
okay.
instead of just novels.
Okay. So I think Argo is a no.
Argo's also the very next year.
Is it? Hugo
Yeah.
sounds right.
Hold on.
But
What about, hold on.
2011.
Hold on, because it's Hugo's directed by Spielberg, right? Doesn't he always do adaptations?
No.
It's not Spielberg?
No, I'm saying he doesn't always do adaptations.
I feel like he's done a shitload of adaptations since
He
20.
has, but like Jaws isn't an adaptation. The Feynmans, the movie he did 2 years ago.
What about Lincoln?
3,
Wouldn't it? Okay.
1, answer.
Lincoln.
Lincoln is an adaptation. Hugo is Zemeckis.
Zemeckis.
And Jaws is a book.
Is it?
I can't come up with a fucking answer to the question. I got all that, but
That's a Google Jaws lore.
I feel like Hugo's a good guess.
Peter Blanchett. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hugo was because it's basically Polar Express 2, not from a story point of view, but from a production point of view. Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to come up with anything else from this year, so we're probably gonna have to go with. Let me think for 2010 movies. Best Inception, final answer. Wasn't that 2010?
Hugo was based on a book.
Is it The Artist?
No, because that's what won. It's Midnight in Paris.
Oh man,
Yeah.
great question.
I
Really
didn't
good
know that
question.
was nominated for best.
Well, I just
picture.
kept clicking on them because when I looked at one of them, it was like based on a novel, and I was gonna be like, okay, I'll ask which is the only one based on a novel, and then all of them were except for two. So I was like, okay.
It's the only movie that
That
Owen
was
Wilson is in to ever
that's
be
a
nominated for
that's
best
a
picture.
well-made question. That was awesome.
I was
Uh,
never.
all right, OP Football Ultimate Team players, Hive
Yo,
Mind.
goosebumps, you
Teams back.
cowards.
What
I can't.
Brazilian Borussia Mönchengladbach forward received an 87 overall Team of the Season card in FIFA 16 with 80 pace and 90 dribbling, a big upgrade over his standard 81 overall card?
What's his name, Gravel?
I want to say Raphael, but
Yes,
isn't
it's
it?
Raphael. I just needed you to get his name. That is absolutely it.
Is
That's
that it?
wonderful.
I was toying as soon
Yes.
as I saw
Yes.
Mönchengladbach.
Yes.
Are we like 100% sure it's Raphael?
I'm sure.
All right, Raphael final.
Correct. So
I
there's
could
a
see his
Card was
I could see his,
disgusting.
his dopey smile. I just couldn't get his name.
Yeah,
I'm
the
glad you
card was
could.
busted.
little life for Hive Mind, 7-point game.
Sorry guys,
Double.
I'm just keeping the door open. Terrible.
All right, transfer targets is your soccer category.
Double.
Okay, Hive Mind is doubling. Um,
With
could be
gusto.
Not been off Twitter lately though.
Hypnotoads, here is your question. Dutch-born Spanish center back Dean Huysen is currently playing for what team, but appears to be on his way to Real Madrid after they activated his 50 million, I think, pound release clause. Pound, euro, dollar, I don't know what it
So
is.
I got nothing, Ross.
there is one guy I can call. I can call Lathan from law school.
I like Lathan.
If Lathan's going to answer, then sure.
Lathan's awesome. You look at him and you're immediately just dumbfounded by how devastatingly handsome he is. Yeah,
like
we'll call. We're gonna make a call here.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Dutch-born Spanish center back. So he plays for Spain,
Yeah, that's right.
but he's from the Netherlands. Okay. I like that. A little Habsburg Empire connection.
Johan Cruyff connection, if you want to make it soccer related.
Making the call. It's not even ringing. It's not a good look.
Oh.
4.
No, straight to voicemail.
All right, you got 15 seconds.
All right. What about like Sporting FC?
I was thinking
Is that only the Portuguese
Spanish
league?
center back? Why don't we just go with a Spanish team like Villarreal or something?
Well, I don't know.
What about Celta Vigo? How do we feel?
What about like FC Porto?
5, 4.
Sure, yeah. FC Porto. We're going with FC Porto final.
It's Bournemouth, right?
Bournemouth, final answer.
Damn it.
We weren't
Shout out to Cherries.
Correct.
I was gonna say the only other maybe we call Testa, but I didn't know if he would answer.
All right, Hive
Yeah,
Mind
we
gets double
should've- we
here.
should've
It's a
called
4-point
Testa.
game, and then it's much more interesting. Here's your question. Liverpool have reportedly already reached a deal to sign Dutch fullback Jeremy Frimpong after they agreed to pay what team
I
his
know this one.
release clause?
Bayer Leverkusen, final
Leverkusen.
answer.
Couldn't even get it out.
Correct.
Right.
That one I know.
All right. All right.
All right, 4-point game.
God damn it, bro.
We're very
Fuck.
much open. Hive Mind have the last. If the game comes down to Hive Mind actually needing their phone a friend in like round 15, that would be hilarious. After not using it all season.
Oh, there's a lot of game to play.
Silver Screen is your movie category. It's about kind of old movies.
Double.
Hypnotoads.
I would like to double
What
this.
1950 noir comedy follows an aging silent movie star who attempts to make a comeback with the help of a young director and features the iconic line, "All right, Mr. DeMille, I think I'm ready for my close-up."
Isn't this
Sunset Boulevard.
Boulevard?
Sunset Boulevard final.
Yeah, it's Sunset Boulevard. One of absolute masterpiece. Yeah. Sunset.
Correct.
Let's
Right.
go Women in Film and Literature 2017.
Hive. What 1964 war comedy centers on a rogue general who tries to invoke nuclear Armageddon between the U.S. and Soviet Union and features the iconic line, "Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war."
Doctor Strangelove or something about how I learned to love the bomb. Doctor Strangelove, final answer.
Correct. I was not going to require the subtitle. This is the oldest movie.
I think this is Stanley Kubrick's most overrated movie.
I have not seen this one.
All right.
What is there's black and white, really dreamy one. You know what I'm talking about, Fa? From his early period, that's really good too.
Psycho?
Can't come up with
The
it right now.
name doesn't come to mind, so I'm not sure.
Birds?
I'll
All
have to.
right. The
Nah.
thing about soup is this is a category about soup. Food category.
It's okay.
Hypnotoads, you're up first. Here's your question. Made with leeks and chicken broth, as its name suggests, kakaliki soup is a dish native to what country?
This has to be England. They always name shit in the stupidest way possible.
Hakaliki. I love it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I have a second answer, but I don't want to say it. If it is the answer, and they don't get it either, I will throw it out. But
But also, look at how flavorless the veggies in this look. Oh my God.
reminds me of Scandinavia. Send it in.
Yeah, we're gonna go with England final.
I was thinking
This
that or
does
like
look
Scotland or something
Scandinavian.
like that.
Like
What were you
Norway.
thinking, Gabriel?
I was thinking like Scotland. I kind of like their train of thought was England. Because like Kakaliki, that is stupid. That's a dumb fucking name. That just
Yeah, very Harry Potter.
What if it's like
That's what I'm thinking.
Sweden?
It does look Scandinavian.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
Sweden,
that too.
Norway.
I don't think with the name.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan. I think
it's not
something
spelled.
around
It's not
England.
spelled. Yeah, we
I
can
think
go
Scotland.
with Scotland.
Or Ireland, Scotland.
Final
Final?
answer.
Correct.
Good poll.
Corbell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off the
I'm
Verizon.
imagining like a Swedish soup called kakaliki soup.
That's why I was like, no shot.
All
Well,
right.
it could be like the direct translation because a lot of stuff is
Yeah.
like rated.
All right.
with context.
Hi, Mike. Borscht is a sour soup that is common in several countries. However, the bright red version featuring beets that is most commonly seen in the U.S. is native to which one?
Borscht.
What about like some kind of Sweden? Because doesn't the Muppet Chef like always say like borscht and he's Swedish? You know what I'm talking
Didn't you
about?
say like Borgia?
Oh, you might be right.
See, if you're basing that on something real, then that's a great poll. But if he doesn't actually say borscht,
Yeah, I might be wrong. What are you guys thinking?
That's a wild rationale. I love it. I have no idea.
I mean, it's not a bad guess because going off etymology, you're led to two places, and I feel like they're both probably wrong.
I was
Beets.
kind of like, I don't know. I'm thinking like
I
Eastern
think-
European.
I think we can go with Sweden.
Let's try it.
That's just a funny. Yeah, I mean, Sweden. Final answer. All right,
Russia.
that would have been funny, Eli.
It's Ukrainian.
Is it Ukraine?
Yeah, it's so popular in Brooklyn. It's Ukrainian.
Okay, because I will say that
Fucking Brighton Beach.
they love seasoning their soups.
Mostly Uzbeki Brighton Beach, but yeah.
In Northern Europe, all they put in it is dill and a crack of salt, and they say it's seasoned. So the sweet guess is not off. I've been complaining about seasoning for
I'm
a
like
year.
100. Yeah, but yeah, this is Ukraine. Ukraine final.
Correct.
I thought it was Russia immediately.
Neil just messaged me calling me an op, by the way.
All right. 4-point game, 6 points remaining. Civil rights movement history category.
I'm gonna miss this.
He's
and it's
black.
disgusting. You're gonna be so mad. We used our phone a friend, and both of my parents are in the house. This is gonna
Oh, I
be.
think I forgot to change it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the movie I was thinking of is Spellbound.
All right, let
I
the
haven't
record
seen that
show.
one.
Gregory
I haven't seen that.
Peck, Ingrid Bergman.
Let the record show.
Oh,
I am
it's a Bergman movie. I'm not that dialed
Yeah.
in on Bergman aside from the one that happens on the beach and they play chess or whatever. The Bergman Seventh Seal or whatever.
Hmm.
That's the only Bergman.
I haven't
one.
seen that movie, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
All right, Toads. In 1957, 9 African American students attempted to attend their
Little
first day at a previously whites-only school in what city when they were blocked by the state National Guard, leading President Eisenhower to send federal troops to protect them?
Dude, wasn't Jerry Jones at the side of this
Gary
protest?
Jones was there in Little
Bro.
Rock.
Dude, Jerry Jones was literally at this protest. It's Little Rock.
Gary Jones was there. The answer is Little Rock. Final.
Little Rock 9 is a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Fuck Jerry Jones.
Hi, mine. I meant to change your question because I was making it even with this one. So
5
I
points.
forgot, so I'm just going to read it aloud. So
I think
the
we have to get
Yeah.
every question, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you do. The question you see will not be the question that you're answering.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
We got out of embarrassment territory though, so it's all
We're
good.
just using this. This is the old question, but like I said, I made them both
I'm not
easier.
gonna lie, you guys are making me sweat.
Your question is, in what city did Rosa Parks refuse to give up her seat on the bus, leading to a bus boycott that lasted from 1955 to 1956?
To Birmingham? I don't know for sure.
I
I don't know either.
know. I mean, I don't hate that
I
guess.
was hoping we get like Selma, but yeah, Birmingham, Alabama. Final answer.
Okay, that is
Ah!
incorrect.
Montgomery? It's Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yeah,
That's why
Montgomery.
the civil rights
The
music
Montgomery
museum.
bus boycott is the big
Yeah.
thing.
It's Montgomery. Final.
Yeah.
And I think the answer to this question is that Raleigh.
No, it's Greensboro.
Okay.
That's hard.
Yeah,
But
that's why
it's South Carolina, right?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Fuck, I just
Oh, Aaron Judge hit a
All
home
right,
run.
last two. Jason Tatum, take notes. This is about players who suffered season-ending injuries but didn't do it in a super cringe fashion.
Yo, come on.
We
You
were
hate him
fucked
that
anyway,
much?
so he's
You
gonna be gone.
hate him that much? Are you serious?
No, I just saw that they leaked that his dad called and was like, Kobe went through this too, and I was like, okay, shut up. Okay.
He is
Him-
one of the most
Does not have the aura to be the face of the league.
Exactly.
What Southwest Division guard who was averaging 17.5 points per game this season tore his Achilles against the Celtics on January 31st?
DeJounte Murray final.
That is correct.
Nice.
Okay. Hive mind, your question. What Southeast Division guard who was averaging 16.2 points per game left a January 3rd game with back spasms and later missed the rest of the season due to undergoing knee surgery to remove a cartilage fragment?
That sounds painful.
I don't know.
Is this LaMelo Ball? He got shut down for the season.
Maybe.
Or is it
I don't,
is Jaren Jackson a guard?
he's a big, I think.
Pretty sure he got shut down for the season.
No, I'm pretty
Trae
sure
Young
he's
was
big.
around at the end because he was a little bitch about the. Didn't he throw the ball at the ref or something? So it can't be him. Could be somebody from the Wizards. I don't know the division. I don't know if the Wizards count for Southeast Division.
Jordan Poole. I don't know if he got hurt.
Yeah, we're
I don't
gonna
even know if he's
go
on the
with
Wizards.
LaMelo Ball. Final answer.
I think this is Brandon Miller.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Fuck.
they were injury laden all year. LaMelo Ball had to be getting like 23 a game. So Brandon Miller makes
Yeah.
sense.
I think
True.
you got the right team. I think this is Brandon Miller. Before I say it, Heat didn't have anybody who would have at 16. Magic got their guys back. Well, wait, Suggs? Was Suggs averaging?
All right, no, let's just end the game. All right,
Brandon Miller final.
Brandon Miller final.
Jalen
Suggs.
Jalen Suggs.
Suggs? Damn.
Fa had no time for Towns getting
Haley
the
Van Lith.
Oh
All
my
right, last category is music duos. Question: Tyler Joseph and Josh Dunn are the two members of what alternative rock / electro pop group?
What's MGMT that did Electric Feel? Isn't this MGMT?
What is it? Those are just sounds.
I
What?
see Spencer scowling, so I'm probably sincerely wrong that
I don't
it's
think so.
Tyler
I
Joseph.
could be wrong, but you can send that. I don't think so.
All right,
I
send whatever.
just two corked up white boys. This just sounds like MGMT. Whatever. MGMT final. Who cares?
What about like the Chainsmokers?
No, I think it's 21 Pilots.
It's 21 Pilots. Tyler Joseph's 21 Pilots.
I knew Josh Dunn, so yeah, it's 21
Josh Dunn,
Pilots.
he's Debbie Ryan's husband.
Yep.
Oh,
Lucky
good
son of a
for-
bitch.
Good for him.
Yeah, 21 Pilots final answer.
Yeah,
One of the guys in
sorry, I don't listen to dog shit music.
MGMT has a very Jewish name, I'm pretty sure. And that's why I knew that it wasn't them.
Okay.
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have guessed it.
Thomas Bangalter and Guy Manuel de Omem Cristo are the two members of what electronic music group?
I have a guess.
This
have to
is
fucking spell
Daft Punk final answer.
Got it.
Okay.
Correct.
Daft Punk has one dude with a French
I was
accent.
gonna say
That's
it's
why.
Daft Punk.
These were actually different, but Leaf put his foot down.
Oh, fuck.
So Leaf thumbed the scale for these questions. All right, so then 16 to 12, which means that Eli's off the hook because even if he got his niche, they still would have lost, but it would have been really close.
I was thinking that the whole game.
Although, if he got his niche and they got their NHL question, then it would have been tied. So I guess Spencer can get mad at Austin for getting thrown off by the
No,
Flyers,
no.
mad at
Not mad
Eli
at
for the
anybody.
niche, mad at everyone. That's how Spencer likes to operate. And the Toads in the championship game for the second time ever. So congrats to them. Actually, I thought about this morning. The Hypnotoads and Hive Mind are two of only three teams to ever beat Lick My Qualls in the playoffs. So you have the track record of doing so, and you will now have a chance to do so again next week.
Always,
Hive
always
Mind,
protect. Yeah.
Hive Mind will play Mentally Illest for the massive honor of playing the game I already made because I thought it would be the championship and also getting their money back.
Hell yeah.
Even
Forgot
though
about that.
Spencer and all Mentally Illists don't have to pay any money because they're hosts. Uh, okay. Thanks for playing, guys. Good game.